Welcome guys, this is Gunners Daily, and in today's special we are going to discuss how good is Joe Willock actually, and can he realistically become our first choice option in midfield for the future. So without further ado, let's start. Joe Willock, Arsenal product through and through, passed all ages in the club before becoming a part of the first team in 2019. Alongside Bukayo Saka, Eddie Nketiah and Reece Nelson, Joe Willock is considered to be one of the biggest talents that came from the Arsenal Academy in the last few years, and rightly so. From Arsenal Youth to U18 and to U23, he impressed on every level wherever he played. But since he became the part of the first team for the 2019-20 season, a lot of fans, including me to be honest, weren't exactly sure if he had a future in Arsenal starting 11 for the upcoming years. During the last season, or better said, his first season with the first team, Joe Willock made, and I shit you not, 44 appearances in total throughout the whole season. I know, you're probably thinking, what? How? But here's the thing, most of those appearances came from the bench, and half of them were under Unai Emery management and his masterclass system, where even Thierry Henry would probably look like Andy Carroll for fuck's sake.
You said it was a game you had to win. Obviously that hasn't happened. What do you make of what you've seen this evening?
Good evening.
So anyway, 44 appearances in total, 5 goals and 1 assist. So okay, you all remember his goal against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup at Anfield, right? That blast from 86 yards out. Okay, but tell me now, which other big, crucial or important moment from Joe Willock's first season with the club do you remember to this day? I know the answer, you don't. Because he simply didn't do much else throughout the course of the season to really stand out amongst the competition. I'm not saying he was bad or anything, but I also cannot say he was excellent and that he was the second coming of Cesc Fabregas for fuck's sake. But all jokes aside, he was solid, you could have clearly seen the potential in him, and keep in mind, he was still only 20 years old and in his first season with the first team. Man's doing big things in his life, you can't be angry with the guy. And here we are, 2020-21 season, and in my opinion, this is going to be a make it or break it season for most of these guys. So anyway, Willock's second year with the club, new season, new expectations, new trim, and hope to become a full-time member of this elite first team company.
What? Everything lock off. What? Road get lock off. What? Steel and copper. What? Road get lock off. What? Shut down lock off.
6 appearances for Joe Willock so far this season, 2 goals and 1 assist. But what's more important than those goals, assists, stats is the way that he's been playing. Every time he was on the pitch, he was arguably the most progressive player, taking the ball forward, creating the chances, finding some open space, trying to get in the box and put himself in every opportunity he can get. I mean, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Compared to his first season with the club, you can immediately see that he is much more relaxed this year and he finally looks like he enjoys playing. I don't know if that's because of the second season and he is now much more relaxed, or maybe because Mikel Arteta, but it's probably a bit of both. His composure, playing IQ, positioning, everything has massively improved this season. He's been so good in these last few games he started for the club that he honestly got me thinking, fuck me, this guy definitely deserves a chance in the first 11 for some Premier League games. And then there's this second thing that's really important to mention, his playing style. You see, Partey, Oneni and Xhaka's playstyles are in some way very similar. Make no mistake, regarding Xhaka, he shouldn't be even near first 11 for this season in the Premier League in my opinion, or some bigger games throughout the season. But, as I said, that's just my opinion, so yeah, fuck me. But back to the topic, Joe Willock's playstyle. Like I said, we simply don't have those kind of players in our midfield at the moment. And if I had to compare him to someone else, it would absolutely be Aaron Ramsey. In my opinion, Joe Willock is the second coming of Aaron Ramsey, but hopefully injury free for fuck's sake. At the moment, everything about this guy is screaming Aaron Ramsey to me. Joining the attack, always progressive with the ball in the final third, not afraid to shoot or take a risk to join the attack while leaving some potentially open space at the back. In short, he is much more of an attacking focused box-to-box midfielder than a defensive one. But, unlike Aaron Ramsey, he actually has a pretty solid support from the back that can cover for him if things go wrong. If we play in a, let's say 4-3-3 formation with 3 in the middle and Willock being in the middle of the 3 joining the attack and getting in the final third more often in an attacking midfielder/midfielder role, as Aaron Ramsey used to do, with Partey and Oneni staying a little behind, it could potentially really work out in my opinion. I mean, let's be real, Our attack, creativity, chances created, and everything else is still a messy problem that Mikel Arteta needs to solve. Our midfield is non-existent in the final third, and usually our front three is having to create something by themselves if we want to score a goal or create any chances during a game. It's no coincidence that stats-wise, since the start of the 2019-20 season to this day, considering chances created, shots taken, goals scored and assists provided, our midfield players are having the smallest impact in the last 25 years or so. For fuck's sake, Aaron Ramsey scored 10 goals and provided 8 assists back in 2015 as a midfielder, more than every one of our players combined since the beginning of the last season. Let that sink in. And that's just Aaron Ramsey, let alone Santi Cazorla, Mesut Özil, Tomasz Rosicky, Jack Wilshere and etc. I mean, you see what I'm talking about? Although we are defensively in our best shape and form since I don't know when, it's crucial for Mikel Arteta to find this balance between the attack and defense, and that's where, in my opinion, Joe Willock slides in. So to answer my first question, can he realistically become our first choice option in midfield for the future? Yes. In my opinion, Joe Willock is a legit first 11 material and a big asset for the future. Primarily because we simply don't have those kind of players in our squad that can give us that flair and attacking presence on the pitch and connecting our midfield and attacking that way Joe Willock can. So if you ask me, yes, Joe Willock is definitely the guy to keep. And although he is still only 21 years old and his best is yet to come, he absolutely deserves to play more and to develop even further and show everyone that he is here to stay. And that's it, guys. So tell me, what are your thoughts? Do you believe Joe Willock can really become a great player for us and a serious contender for the first 11? Tell me in the comments. I'm really interested to hear you out. Thank you for watching, guys. If you liked my content, feel free to click on the like button, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. I would really appreciate it. Peace.